Guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Smackdown review for the April 20th episode of Smackdown. And it felt like it went very fast, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was a pretty good show for the most part. But let's get started for the opening match for this week's Smackdown, which was Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. And you guys may have seen my tweet at the beginning of SmackDown. Forming the LWO with Rey and Santos has got to be one of the best booking decisions of the Triple H era. I have no doubt in my mind that this was one of those Triple H decisions that was perfectly executed. And I think that it's been pretty good. I thought Santos and Rey were maybe going to steal a win here, especially after the ending to Monday Night Raw. I thought, yeah, maybe Rey and Santos will win. Well, the Judgment Day ended up winning the match, which I don't mind the Judgment Day, to be honest with you. And I know this is probably going to build up to Bad Bunny and Rey winning at Backlash whenever that match is made official. I think Rey and Santos versus, or no, Rey and Bad Bunny versus Finn Balor and Dom, I think it's rumored to be, is going to be announced for Backlash at some point. Maybe on Raw, because Bad Bunny's supposed to show up. But Judgment Day ended up winning. I thought it was kind of a bummer that LWO lost, but the main point of the opening match was to set up this. Zelina Vega will face Rhea Ripley at Backlash. The thing that we've all been wanting is happening. And we know Rhea's going to win, but Zelina getting this opportunity, she deserves it. I mean, Zelina has been underrated for the longest time now. And to get this opportunity in Puerto Rico is great. I think this match is going to be a low-key show stealer. I think Zelina's got that much talent. Can't wait to see it in a couple weeks. Then we got the Bloodline showing up. Solo and Roto was the main event tonight, and the Usos were involved in some way. We'll get to that a little bit later, but you know, the Bloodline showed up. Next up, we got a very interesting Karrion Kross promo. It looks like that Shinsuke and Karrion Kross is gonna have like a longer term like rivalry, which you know, the thing that I'm having a hard time with is like Shinsuke should be winning, obviously, because he's been disrespected a lot in the past. But Karrion Kross is like overdue by a mile to win something. You know what I mean? So this rivalry is very, very hard to predict. I think Shinsuke is going to beat Kross. There's no reason why Shinsuke shouldn't. But, you know, I thought Kross's promo this past Friday was pretty good. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people just get bored of Karrion Kross every time they see him on the screen. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Shinsuke and Kross are going to stay on the same brand, whatever, if that means SmackDown or whatever. But I did not mind this segment at all. And hopefully we'll see like a Shinsuke like backstage promo segment, something like that in the next week. I would like that. Next up, we got the Viking Raiders versus Ricochet and Braun. One of those matches that a lot of people didn't like on the card last night. But the match itself was great. The Viking Raiders always deliver. I think Ricochet and Braun Strowman, you can say by now, have always delivered. But the main thing to point out of the match was the big botch. Braun was supposed to throw Ricochet on top of the Viking Raiders, like he always does. But this time, Braun Strowman basically threw Ricochet onto the mat. I don't know if it was the Viking Raiders' fault or Braun just completely didn't toss Ricochet as far as he's supposed to. But, yeah, that was pretty funny. Ricochet and Braun ended up winning, which was fine by me. I mean, this match really didn't interest me all that much. But, yeah, I think I just wanted to point out that the biggest thing going for this match was the botch by Braun Strowman. Next up, we got the women's tag team title match between Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, who have been gold. I've been liking that tag team versus Liv and Raquel. Again, we all knew the result. I thought this match was pretty good. I didn't have a problem with it. I don't know what people were expecting out of this, to be honest. Um, Obviously, you can talk about the picture here. Obviously, if you guys were watching Raw, Chelsea splashed water in Liv's face, so it's only right that the finish to this match was Liv splashing water in Chelsea's face and getting the 1, 2, 3 on the roll up. I had no problem with the finish. It goes in well with the storyline, which this probably won't go on longer than this past Friday on SmackDown. But yeah, solid match. I thought it was enjoyable. Um, as for Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, I hope they continue to be a tag team. I hope they don't say, you know what, you lost the tag team title opportunity, you're done. I hope they continue being a tag team. We need women's tag teams. If we're gonna keep the women's tag team intact, you can't just break up Sonya and Chelsea. You got to keep them together for a while. Sort of like Liv and Raquel. They got to stay a tag team for a long time. The women's tag I want the women's tag team titles to stay a thing. And the only hope for that is to keep these women's tag teams together. So yeah, hopefully Sonya and Chelsea stay together. Next up we have the Intercontinental Championship match between Xavier Woods and Gunther. I was so looking forward to this. Gunther has been debatably the best Intercontinental Champion ever. And him and Xavier Woods, as soon as it was announced, I was like, holy banger. I mean, Xavier Woods is so good in the ring. And this match was going to deliver no matter what was going to happen. Now, there was a lot of close moments in this match. Like Xavier Woods hitting a huge leg drop on Gunther. There was a couple near falls for Xavier Woods. But, we knew that Gunther wasn't going to go out like that. Instead, Gunther just decided, I'm going to pass out Xavier Woods. I don't need to chop to win. I don't need the Gunther bomb to win. I don't need the last symphony to win. I'm just going to choke out Xavier Woods and win. And that's exactly what he did. Great match. The best match of the night, easily. I enjoyed this one more than the main event we're going to get into in a minute. But, yeah, Gunther wins by submitting Xavier Woods. And, yeah, there's nothing really else to say. Brilliant performance by Xavier Woods, per the usual. And Gunther's historic reign continues. So, like I said, great match. And it was, honestly, Xavier was a great pick to have to face Gunther next. And I'd be very interested to see who Gunther faces next. This could be also the last match for Gunther on SmackDown. I think that Gunther is going to move to Raw during the draft. Once again, I'll get into that a little bit later, why I feel like that is. But I think this could be Gunther's last match on SmackDown. Next up, we got the main event, which was Solo versus Riddle in no DQ match. I don't mind this. I just wanted the no DQ to be intense. Like, I wanted there to be chairs, tables, stuff. I didn't want, no DQ, Riddle and Solo going outside the ring the whole time and not using weapons. There were chairs, there were kendo sticks. It was good. It wasn't like a wacky-ass no DQ match in which they were just fighting outside the ring for 10 minutes. Some of the bigger spots was the table spot again. Solo was going to bury Matt Riddle behind the announce table again, but Matt Riddle, using his barefooted strength, stopped Solo from flipping the table on him, and instead, Riddle flipped the table on Solo. The Usos didn't like that. The Usos came out, attacked Matt Riddle, and basically, Solo, you got to promote Solo to be a human badass. He lifted up the table after Riddle took out the Usos, and went on to defeat Riddle with it looked like a clothesline at first to finish, but it ended up being a wicked Samoan spike that put Riddle away. Solo beats Riddle, good result there. I mean, I don't want Riddle beating Solo. Riddle can pick up wins, just not against Solo. So Solo won. It was an okay match, not the best no DQ match in the world. I did like the table spot in which Solo looked superhuman. Good way to look Solo look strong. But obviously, knowing how things have gone over the past couple weeks, we weren't going to get a normal ending to SmackDown. We were going to get the Usos and Solo assaulting Riddle. Instead, no tag team champs to be found. They got out a table. Solo and the Usos put Matt Riddle through a table. One deed him through the table. And the show ends with the Bloodline, Solo and the Usos standing out on top. Good ending overall. You got the, setting the precedent for the six-man tag. Yeah, each of the two tag teams got to get their shine after each show. And it seems like they are taking this build for the six-man tag at Backlash very seriously, like it's going to be the main event, which I think it probably will be. Though I think Cody Rhodes and Brock should be the main event. But it seems like they're promoting this match to be the main event. The six-man tag stuff ending SmackDown and Raw every single week. But that's not where I wanted to end off this SmackDown review. We got a couple of matches announced for Backlash. Now, I already said we got the Rhea versus Zelina one, which is good. How in the hell is this possible? Seth Rollins versus Omos announced for Backlash out of the thin air. Now, I know what people are saying. Vince booked this. No, this is why I disagree. I think Vince booked the Brock Lesnar vs. Omos match, but that is because of Brock Lesnar. Because people forget that that Brock Lesnar is still a Vince guy through and through. Now, people are going to be like, why would this match be booked? The only thing I can think of is that Seth Rollins has there's no real direction for Seth right now. I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just that he faced The Miz. He had a banger with him. But obviously, we're not going to want it. Seth versus Miz isn't going to be on a pay-per-view. So they decided to go with Omos. And Omos is not really doing anything right now. So they're like, you know what? We're going to give Seth Rollins something to do. We're going to put him against Omos. Now, if Omos beats Seth Rollins, hell's going to break loose, guaranteed. But this is such a random match, but I feel like the reason why they booked it is because Seth and Omos, they're too notable of stars to have no direction. And I think that WWE's thinking, Omos is a huge attraction lately. He's going to be a huge attraction in Puerto Rico. We got to give Omos a notable opponent for him to look good against. And Seth Rollins is one of the best in-ring guys in the WWE. So I think that's why that match was made official. Then we got this match. And this match surprised me too. Austin Theory, Bronson Reed getting his first ever title opportunity on the main roster, and Bobby Lashley. Triple threat match for the United States title. The first triple threat United States title match since War Games. Survivor Series War Games. I think Theory's going to retain the title. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, this is Bronson's time. This is Bobby Lashley's time. I just don't see Theory dropping the title yet. Now, I have no idea how this is going to end. But I do think it ends up being like Bobby Lashley and Bronson take each other out. Theory picks the bones and retains the U.S. title. Now, I'll get further into this match in my Backlash predictions when that time comes. But, yeah, this match is going to be great. If the last triple threat match for the United States title at War Games was any indication, this could be the best match of the night or up there with some of the best matches. Right now, the Backlash card is looking very, very solid. And this triple threat match for the United States title is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, that was pretty much the SmackDown review. Hope you all enjoy, and I will see you guys later.